guys, Minx here. A bit of a different video to normal, but this one is important. We're going to talk about EU Article 13 Copyright Directive that's being voted on this coming January in the European Parliament. YouTube basically claims this directive could lead to YouTube being blocked in Europe. That would lead to all EU content creators being out of a job, that people like Pewds and Jack, and at the lesser end of the spectrum, myself and Chrism, and everyone in between. Literally millions of channels. Now, while there are complexities to this, we'll stick to the basics in this video. There'll be links below if you want a more detailed explanation and to look at every aspect of the law. I'm just going to focus on the points I feel that matter. So part of this directive currently states that websites like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, etc. will have to check all uploaded content to show the person uploading it owns 100% of the copyright. This essentially kills off 80% of the content on YouTube, which basically means the website's fucked. Let's be honest with you, at least in Europe. Now this obviously sounds awful, and it is, but there's quite a lot that can be done to change or modify this before it happens. So first off, let me explain. An EU directive is not a law. If it was voted on in January and approved, then basically all EU member states get to decide their own interpretation over a period of about 2 years. This means you could have stricter or weaker variants depending on what country was involved. There's also time to still modify the directive right now, as countries are deciding if they want modifications to be made to the bill. For example, I think Sweden and Austria have some opposition to the bill, which is great, which might lead to changes to the bill. So it's not all doom and gloom, and the blocking of YouTube is an extreme worst case scenario in my opinion. Obviously YouTube is going to tell you that it's definitely going to happen, and it's definitely best to prepare for the worst, but I'm trying to look at this with a more level head at the shit that is going on, basically. Also worth noting that the UK will leave the EU shortly after this, so we won't actually be in the EU Parliament as this directive is discussed fully, which could mean the UK is unaffected here, but we never know. So let's just worry about it just as much as everyone else in Europe. It's better to be safe than sorry. Just don't dismiss this if you live in the UK. And even if you live outside Europe, if you live in the States, if you live anywhere else in the world, Australia, I know a lot of you come from, it's going to affect all the content you consume online. It's going to close off a bunch of access to channels, potentially, that you watch, and it's really going to affect everything. It's got a huge knock-on effect, basically. So, yeah, it is really important wherever you live in the world, really. So what can we do to stop and weaken this? Well, if you're in Europe and don't live in the UK, writing to your member of EU Parliament is probably one of the best ideas. Shoot them an email right now. Just go and Google their name right now. Tell them this is terrible. And freedom on the internet, as well as people's jobs and their lives, really, in terms of like running a business and stuff and the people they employ. We don't employ anyone, but loads of YouTubers do. You know, a lot of things are at stake right now, and it's important to tell your EU member of Parliament that is the case. Tell them that could be harming their position to be voted in next year if millions of fans of YouTube lose access to their content and their entertainment. It's really important to let them know that they, you know, this could have an impact on them being voted in. It really could. And it's not as much an important thing to do in the UK, sadly, because in 4 months, every EU member of Parliament in the UK is not going to have a fucking job anyway. But I guess you could still write to them. It's worth a shot. Tell them, hey, we're not supposed to be governed by EU directives anymore. Why are you voting on this, arsehole? Don't say arsehole, but you know what I mean. You should let them know. You should let them know that, you know, this is the situation. It's definitely worth a shot. You can also sign the petition that's below in the description. It has about 2 million signatures at the time I'm recording this. There's still at least 2 months to go, I believe, till the actual vote on the directive. So the more people that sign, the bigger we can show the European Parliament, look, hey, a lot of people actually do give a shit about this, and this is really important. So make sure you sign it. Spread the word about this by using the hashtag that's in the title of this video. It's very important too. Just get it trending on Twitter. We can just do what... There's a lot of people who will be talking about this, especially as we get nearer the time, and it's important to just get as many tweets and as much discussion about this out there, because a lot of people don't seem to be talking about this, and is actually getting to the oh shit moment. We need to do something about it. So let's do something about it. You know what I mean? Hopefully, with a combined effort, we can help stop or most likely modify the directive so it isn't as cancerous as it currently is. It's likely to pass. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's very likely this law will this directive, sorry, not law, will pass in January. But we can change its track and we can change its wording and we can make countries think about the implementation. So it's not too late to do something about this. And realistically, we have absolutely no fucking idea how this thing is going to look in 2 years in each different country in Europe. It's no one fucking knows. We have no idea what's going to happen there. So it's really important to take that into account. Now, let's say it goes through. Worst case scenario. Well, YouTube gets blocked in Europe, which fucking sucks, but we probably get a US friend or family member to run our account and upload via VPN, which would suck, but we do that because, enjoy making content. We'd find a way. In the interim, though, support your favorite content creators. Make sure you're following us on social media. So let's say our channels do get shut down randomly by YouTube because of this. Make sure you follow us on social media. Make sure you're following us on Twitter in particular is the place that me and Chrism post. But, check out your favorite content creators. See where they post. We have Instagrams as well. Just make sure you're following because it could be the main way that they can communicate with you if it suddenly all goes to shit. In a worst case scenario, you know what I mean? You can also support us on Patreon. Even $1 gets you access to the sub feed there and allows me to contact you and message you, which is a great way of talking to a core fan base and stuff like that. So consider pledging $1 if you can afford it, but if not, Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that are there. Let's fight Article 13 together. It's important not to panic and to be calm, as ultimately we have no idea how these laws will look once implemented in a few years, but it's still best to be very wary and try and change the course of them in the interim. Let's just do our best to make sure when they're implemented, they aren't totally fucking crazy. I think that's the key thing to draw from all this. So, yeah, I don't normally talk about this kind of thing on the channel, and normal videos will be back really shortly. We've got some cool shit planned, more really horrible, gory, violent, disturbing shit, which I know you guys seem to really, really fucking like. And we do some simulacra. There's a new one, as well as some other shit. There's loads of stuff we want to play at the moment, and there's so many things coming out. It's a bit hard to keep up, but I also want to just remind people we'll be at Twitch London this coming weekend. This Saturday is Twitch London. If you're going, make sure you come and say hi to us. We'll probably be doing some live streaming from London as well over the weekend on Twitch. So if you want to see some RL streaming, then that's probably going to happen, actually. We did do some real life streaming from TwitchCon, and I don't see why we're not going to do any from Twitch London. We'll also be recording our first vlog for November while we're in London, so that's going to be the vlog that we're going to be doing a monthly vlog, thanks to your Patreon support, and maybe a bit more frequently too. We'll see how things pan out, but definitely monthly, and the first one's going to be recorded while we're at Twitch. In fact, some of you might even be in the video if you're at Twitch London. We might get some fan reactions and fan highs and things like that, which would be pretty cool, actually. I'm pretty excited about meeting a bunch of you. We're going to meet... There's a ton of you that want to meet. Like, I tweeted about this. I had, nearly 50 fucking messages, which is more than we had at TwitchCon, I guess, because a lot of you are in the UK, and which is why this video that I just fucking recorded is really fucking important to you guys. So, that's some content plans. A lot of you asked about the scary story. It actually ended up doing pretty good in the end. The scary story originally took was quite slow in terms of views, but it's picked up quite a bit. And regardless, I'm going to stop trying to worry about views on YouTube. We're nowhere near as big as we used to be on YouTube, obviously, but thanks to the Patreon support, we're going to try new things. So, in summary, we're going to start doing vlogs every month. We're going to start doing stories every month. I'm going to start, and this is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but if the current Patreon support remains how it is or higher, I'm very likely to start trying to do some horror movie reviews with Chrism, where we actually look at some movies and riff on them and things like that. Better do that while I can, huh? Before the copyright shit fucks us. But you know what I mean. That's the current plan, and hopefully we can do something to, to make this whole thing really, 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 really exciting while we can. So anyway, thanks for listening, guys, and sorry for the more serious video. It's just really fucking important. So make sure you check out those links below, like I said, and sign that fucking petition, please. You gotta save the internet, right? Bye.